There are all kinds of people in the world, but some people develop such characteristics as a result of their physical structure or a disease that viewers don't believe is real. In today's video, we'll tell you about 10 people you'd never believe are real. So let's get started. Number 1. Amou Haji, dirtiest man. Everyone likes cleanliness and everyone tries to keep their body and clothes clean. Sometimes, if we don't get a chance to take a bath for a few days, we start to feel the dirt on our body and become nauseous. But Amou Haji from Iran doesn't feel anything like that. Born on August 20th, 1928, in the Fars province of Iran, this person was like normal people in his childhood and took great care of his clothes and body cleanliness. But in his 20s, due to unknown reasons, he stopped bathing. When Haji was 94 years old, it had been 60 years since he last bathed. His body had become so dirty that it was impossible to sit near him, but he was living with this dirty body, and despite the insistence of many people, he was not ready to take a bath. Haji was also called the dirtiest person in the world who had not bathed for 60 years. At the age of 94, Haji's villagers agreed to bathe Haji, and he was bathed. After 60 years, Haji bathed for the first time and died a few days later. If you do not take care of your cleanliness and do not bathe for several weeks, stop doing that because you might end up in the same situation as Haji after bathing. Number 2. A Katarina Lisina, tallest model. Many of us are short while others are tall. In general, when a person grows in height, all of his organs grow in the same order and do not appear abnormal. Meet Lisina from Russia, who stands about 7 feet 6 inches tall and is also the world's tallest model. Interestingly, we chose Lisina for this list because her incredible leg height, not her overall height. Lisina's legs are significantly larger than the rest of her body. Her 52.4-inch leg length makes her the center of attention. Because of her long legs, jeans and shoes are not available in the market for her, and she must make her own clothes and shoes. She also joined the basketball team, where she won a bronze medal thanks to her long legs. Number 3. Howe, fattest child. Babies are sometimes born underweight, and mothers frequently fret that their children are underweight and not eating as they grow. However, Howe's parents may only wish to file such a complaint. A Chinese couple had a baby boy named Howe. The baby weighed 5.7 pounds when he was born, which is on the low side for most newborns. As soon as the child was 3 months old, his weight began to increase at an alarming rate, and by the time Howe was 4 years old, he weighed 133 pounds. At that time, Howe had the honor of being the fattest child in the world. Howe ate more than a grown man. According to his parents, he easily ate 3 rice bowls at dinner. According to Howe's mother, he has a medical condition that is causing him to gain weight. They have tried hard to control his diet and let him play basketball to keep him active, but the weight gain has not stopped. Howe could not be active because of his weight, but if you are active, press the subscribe button immediately and don't forget to like this video. Number 4. Shin Hyunmin, forever looking young. Often in movies or stories, it is told that a person has drunk a special water and he will never grow old. We don't know if such water really exists, but Shin Hyunmin from Korea must have done something like that which keeps him forever young. Look at this picture and guess how old he is. Most of you would guess that his age is between 6 and 10 years. But you'd be totally wrong. The age of this child seen on the screen is 31. Yeah, don't be surprised, I'm telling the truth here. When Shin was in school, he grew like a normal child, but suddenly his growth stopped, and he suffered from a special condition called Highlander syndrome. In this disease, the aging process of the human body becomes very slow, so it may take several hundred years for Shin to become old. Number 5. Zion Clark, legless wrestler. In our society, when a person loses his legs, he can be considered disabled, meaning that he can no longer do most work and can be dependent on others. When Zion Clark was born without legs, his parents thought he was disabled and abandoned him and gave him to someone else. When no one was willing to adopt Zion, he didn't give up and showed interest in the school's wrestling competition. When the coach gave him a chance at wrestling, Zion performed well and continued to excel in that field and became a professional wrestler. After that, Zion started wheelchair racing and became a skate champion and set an example for all of us that no one is disabled. He can make a name for himself if given equal opportunities. Number 6. Nilanchi Patel, longest hair. Most women want long hair and use various products to help their hair grow. Even if they are unsuccessful, women continue to use wigs to make their hair appear longer. Meet Nilanchi, who has such long hair that she holds the world record for the girl with the longest hair. She had a bad haircut as a child and began growing her hair, but she had no idea that one day her hair would grow so long that no one else in the world would have such long hair. Nilanchi's hair is currently 187.96 centimeters long, and it drags on the ground when she walks. Taking care of such long hair is also a difficult task, and Nilanchi always seeks assistance from her mother because it is impossible for her to comb such long hair on her own. Number 7. Mandy Sellers, abnormal growth. This is Mandy Sellers, who suffers from a rare genetic disease that prevents her body from growing in a certain order. Mandy is living with an extraordinary body which is very difficult for her. Mandy's upper body weight is 84 pounds, which is about the same as a normal human, but her lower body weight has increased to a staggering 210 pounds. Mandy has gotten used to living with her body, but is becoming increasingly worried as her lower body weight increases yearly and becomes impossible for her to walk. Number 8. Sultan Kosen, tallest man. A person is considered tall if they are 6 feet or taller, but Sultan Kosen, a Turkish farmer, is 251 centimeters or 8.3 feet tall. Sultan has been named the world's tallest person by the Guinness Book of World Records due to his towering stature. Sultan is so tall that a 6-foot-tall person standing next to him appears to be a child. Sultan suffers from joint pain due to his tall stature, which is one reason why he can't play basketball. Imagine how the opposing team would react if such a tall man walked out onto the court. Number 9. Gary Turner, elastic skin. This is Gary Turner, also known as Stretch Man. Gary is called Stretch Man not because of his stretching, but because of his elastic skin. Amazingly, Gary's skin is so flexible that he can stretch his skin to about 16 centimeters. In many pictures, he pulls the skin of his neck up to his nose. And you've got to be wondering how. He suffers from a disease called Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, due to which his skin develops excessive elasticity, and because of this disease, Gary is famous worldwide today. Number 10. Kathy Young, thinnest waist. A slim waist is considered by women a sign of fitness and beauty, but Kathy Young took this point more seriously. Kathy wanted a slimmer waist, so she started wearing a waist-reducing corset. But once on, she didn't want to risk taking it off. After wearing the corset for a staggering 12 years straight, when Kathy took it off, she got results that she herself never expected. Her waist had become very thin, and the waist measurement was only 15 inches. She has held the Guinness World Record for the smallest waist on a living person since 1999. Kathy is now 85 years old, but her waist is still slimmer than even the younger models. So there you have it, 10 people you wouldn't believe are real. You'd be undoubtedly shocked to learn about these people. Meanwhile, if you enjoyed the video, please give us a thumbs up, leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe for more interesting videos.